Hey guys, this is another video about the review for chapter 4. And this one is about the respiratory system. So we talked about the skeletal system, the muscular system. This is the respiratory system. And this is the system about your lungs. And we talked about that and what your lungs are made up of and how they're made up of alveoli and what alveoli are. So make sure you study that, okay? That they're to the tiny little air sacs within inside of your lungs, deep inside. And you've got your diaphragm that rests right underneath your lungs and kind of between your other organs is what pushes your lungs up and contracts it up and down. Okay, it's that flat disc that pushes it and allows you to breathe in and out. And you don't even have to think about it, which is really cool. And one of the things I wanted to mention in this section is that this is actually what the coronavirus attacks. So when people get sick, it starts in their throat, they get a little cough, and they start to have some symptoms, maybe a really high fever, about like 102, 104, and their throat hurts, and then all of a sudden they start, after about 4 days of coughing, they start to have pain in their lungs, and their lungs start to fill up with fluid, and the insides of their lungs start to actually flake off a little bit. And that's kind of what happens with the coronavirus. It does attack the lungs first. So the respiratory system, if it starts to fail and you can't get oxygen, we've learned about that. We know what happens. If your organs don't get oxygen, what happens to organs? They start to shut down and die off. So people, that's what happens with people in the coronavirus. They get very ill. Their lungs start to get sick, and then they either get better or they don't. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that in our talk about the respiratory system here, okay? Then you have the circulatory system. The circulatory system is your blood. And we didn't talk about that too much. The book just barely talked about it a little bit at all. When you are in an older health class, it will talk about it a lot. But the blood is very important, very, very unique, and it filters and powers everything within your body. It's a transport system. The blood actually takes the oxygen from the lungs and takes it to your organs, to your heart, to your legs, to your finger, to your toes, to your hair, okay? Blood isn't really taken to the tips of your hair, but it is to the follicles in your head, which allows your hair to grow. So blood is part of the circulatory system in our body, which is very, very important. So make sure you know that. Make sure that you study how to work your muscles and the different types of bones we talked about. I mentioned that in another video. You need to make sure you know about your joints and how they function and work. And then I might have some questions on there about some exercises that you are supposed to do outside. If you haven't done them, make sure you do that. In quarantine, you get really tired of being inside and your body gets tired of being still. Your body's made to move. So make sure you do these stretches. Have some fun with it. Send me a video clip. I've had a couple of you do that already. Good job. Shout out to Aaron Smith, whose video was awesome, okay? So if you send me the video of you doing the exercises, I will give you some extra credit point on your last test, all right? I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully within the next month. And I hope you do really well on your test. Bye.